I want to ask you about what's going on with Giannis. Let's play the sound here. They lose last night to a banged-up Thunder team at home. Giannis walks past Doc Rivers, ignoring him. I am going to have some trouble with Doc Rivers' legacy as a coach, as a guy who always loses Game 7s.
What's the trouble?
And, what do you say about him? Just bad.
He's not a good coach.
I mean, He's gotten an awful lot of chances with an awful lot of good teams, and he's a champion, and you're just saying he's not a good coach, and he's a champion.
The champion. They were like the worst team in the league in 2007, and then because Kevin McHale and Danny Ainge are buddies, they acquire Kevin Garnett, and all of a sudden Doc Rivers is a champion. Give me a break. Not a good coach.
I'll get to that in a second, but you just mentioned 2007, and it just it reminded me of that Gator team that won the championship right after 2007 and 2008. You guys want to guess how many players on that roster were arrested? Urban Meyer's champion Gators of 2008. Do you guys want to take a guess at the number of players on that roster who were arrested?
I think it's in the 40s.
It's 41. 41. It's a third.
Roy's guess was 8.
That's how you play the game.
A third of the roster. Yeah, Zaz really did undo my ability to do anything with it. Better. We've got to teach him how to do this.
Lower.
Are these individual arrests or 40 different people got arrested?
That's a good question, and it is 41 players. It's a third of the roster was arrested.
How wild is it, though? All of those players who were arrested and Urban Meyer still allowed to be on the team. But Urban Meyer told Cam Newton, listen, you got to get out of here. It's too much weight.
Stole a laptop? You got to go.
You can't be here anymore.
I mean, 41 is a staggering number. None of it covered in the Netflix documentary that was about that championship team. Just ignored. There was a murder in the huddle, 41 arrests. Let's just celebrate. Tebow put a halo over the huddle, and that's all that matters.
To be fair, he wasn't a murderer yet. That we know of.
That we know of. Thank you, Roy.
That's an important factor,
a good bit of which one? That we know of, or that he hadn't been arrested yet?
How can I?
Let's go ahead and play the sound of Mad Dog trying to say Jared Stidham.
But you have confidence in Peyton getting the most out of the quarterback in this ball game here. Stick him in this game on Sunday afternoon against the Patriots.
You can tell there's like a 5-second buffer there where he's looking for the name.
He's trying to find it, yeah.
I love him.
So, but you have confidence in Peyton getting the most out of the quarterback in this ball game here. Stick him in this game on Sunday afternoon against the Patriots.
Stickum for me is word association Lester Hayes. I always do. Lester Hayes used to cheat by just having glue on his hands as a defensive back. Miami could have used that, incidentally, against Mississippi. could have used it, actually, against Indiana.
In the national championship game when they had that pick six.
Against Indiana as well. But here, let me play the sound here after the game. The Bucks lose. Giannis's Bucks are now 18-25. The idea that Giannis is going to be on a team that doesn't make the playoffs is asinine, okay? And in the Eastern Conference, it's asinine that Giannis would be on a team that's 18-25. And here he is after the game, losing by 20 to a shorthanded Thunder team. Here's what he has to say.
We're not playing hard. Not playing hard. We're not doing the right thing. We're not playing to win. We're not playing together. Our chemistry's not there. Guys are being selfish. Guys are trying to look for their own shots instead of looking for the right shot for the team. Guys try to do it on their own.
So the last 6 games, 5 of them feature the fewest shots that Giannis has taken in a game this season. Can you guys just freeze for me real quick the size of his hands when people, if anyone's wondering how and why it is that he is so good at basketball? I know that we're used to these guys being sort of freakish creatures, but do any of you have a hand that's larger than the entirety of your head? Like, he could palm the entirety of his face and be holding the top of his head because of the size of those hands.
You trying to get me?
Yeah. You can tell who got bullied in high school. You push the hand into the face.
Get him.
Yeah, you push the hand into the face once they do that classic move. I was cool.
Zaz, what do you think of the fact that Giannis is drowning in Milwaukee?
Ask for the trade. Just do it. Like, just ask for the trade.
But why not do it without asking, like he's doing?
because
you get the
it
best of
doesn't
both
work.
worlds.
Because it doesn't work, but also I don't think that anyone is going to be upset with him when he asks for the trade, especially because it's a big deal that they did win there. It's not like with Damian Lillard, it's like, man, but what happened? We didn't even win. Like, Giannis won, okay? This has been a mutually beneficial relationship. I do think the place where people are going to get angry with Giannis is if this stuff keeps going on. It's the talking about the other guys are selfish. It's the, I would never ask for a trade. You know, the team, it's up to them to do whatever they want to do. Whatever kind of stuff that keeps coming out, that's when the tide is really going to turn on Giannis. Just ask for the trade. Just do it. Just ask for the trade.
The passive-aggressive nature in which he does
Yes.
these things is not indicative of the star that he is, right? Like, if there's been
This
lesser
stuff's beneath
stars,
him, man.
There's been lesser stars that have been like, get me out.
What do you
Come get
mean?
me.
This is he's doing the right thing
To
here.
who?
He's not being
To
the jerk
whom?
that's like, get me out of here.
Chris,
He's
but
actually.
to who?
You think they're going to trade him if he doesn't say, I want to be
I
traded?
just can't believe we're crushing him for being the good soldier. He's clearly unhappy,
He's not being a
but
good
he's
soldier.
not saying the public, like, he's doing what we would want our athlete to
But
do.
he's saving face for who? That's
Yeah.
my question.
He's
for
not
the fans,
being a
they
good
don't
soldier,
care.
though. He's not.
I just think he can't win here. If he's like ripping his, I mean, like he
He
is
is
ripping
ripping
his
his
teammates.
teammates.
But
He's
like
ripping them.
if he's requesting the trade, we're gonna rip him for that too.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think we're talking out of both sides of our mouths here.
I think at this point, Chris is actually the example of why Giannis is doing this. He's game after game after game. They've lost 4 out of 5. Each time it's a different thing. Now it's, hey, my teammates are being selfish. They don't know how to win. Maybe it's because we're young.
And what's he talking about where I'm not maybe I need to ask to shoot more? Like, really?
Well, he's saying, I've never had to be the guy who commands the ball. My teammates have been smart enough to know how to get me the ball in the right position. He specifically references playing with Chris Middleton and playing with Brook Lopez and all of these different guys who knew what his gravity could do. And when he's just banging along, that's when they're winning championships.
Give it to me, baby.
So his teammates are no longer champions, Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. Now it's Kyle Kuzma and Miles
Might be
Turner.
the worst walk-in.
Give
in
it to me,
history.
babe.
Well, he said that the teammates are trying to like put the game on their backs. Hey, they're trying to go win it one at a time. It's surprising to see him talk this way, but I think the reason I said Chris is the example is right now he's saying like, oh, we'll kill him if he eventually is requesting a trade right now. Well, the more you hear him explaining why he should be requesting a trade, and the closer we get to the deadline, then maybe with a week or two to go, he finally puts that in, and people like Chris who have been following the saga go, all right, man, well, he tried to call out the teammates. He tried to be the good soldier, but I guess at this point, he has to do it. If he had just requested the trade before things started to fall off the tracks, maybe people wouldn't react as well. And he cares about saving face with that city the same way that Damian Lillard did. He cares a lot about Milwaukee.
I'm the cock of the walk, baby. Listen, here's the thing. Milwaukee is doing this weird thing where they're like, no, we want to actually be buyers at the deadline. And it's like, no, your team sucks. What you need to do is get rid of Giannis and then reload. Thank you. Give it to him, baby.
You are a Hispanic Christopher Walken, Christopher Caminando.
I like how bad it is.
It's so terrible.
He's just talking.
It's so nailed it.
I'm the cock of the walk, baby, is all he's got to the
Say it, baby.
impersonation. He throws a baby on the end of things.